Tonight, while you sleep, your subconscious will attract wealth and change your life forever. Every sound, every word, every thought will guide you closer to financial freedom, abundance, and effortless success. Your mind is ready to receive, your soul is ready to expand, and your life is ready to shift. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let yourself drift into a world where money flows to you naturally, effortlessly, and constantly. Feel your body sinking deeper into your bed as the weight of the day melts away. Every muscle softening, every nerve releasing tension. Your mind begins to slow, and with each breath you take, a sense of calm washes over you, spreading from the top of your head down to your toes. The room around you fades into quiet stillness, and the outside world drifts further and further away. You are safe. You are protected, and in this moment, nothing else matters except your own inner peace. Imagine a warm, golden light beginning to glow above you, gentle and comforting, like the first rays of sunlight on a quiet morning. Feel it wrap around your body, flowing into your chest, filling your heart with warmth, and spreading into every cell, dissolving tension, stress, and worry. With every inhale, draw in calm, clarity, and confidence. With every exhale, release doubt, fear, and scarcity. Your mind opens like a flower in the morning sun, petals stretching wide, ready to receive the wealth, abundance, and success that await you. Sense the rhythm of your heartbeat slowing, steady, and even, synchronized with the natural flow of the universe. Your body feels light, almost floating, yet fully supported, held by this golden energy that surrounds you. Every sound you hear becomes a part of your relaxation, the subtle whisper of the air, the faint creak of your surroundings, blending seamlessly into a background of serenity. Thoughts may drift in and out, and that is okay. Observe them without judgment and allow them to float away like clouds across a clear sky. Now imagine that each worry, each burden, each limiting belief is a small stone in your hands, and one by one you place them down, leaving them behind, freeing yourself completely. Your body is now completely relaxed. Your mind is completely open, and your soul feels light, expansive, and ready. This moment is yours, a sacred pause in time, where nothing exists except your connection to abundance, your readiness to attract wealth, and the quiet, powerful energy of transformation that surrounds you. Let this golden light penetrate deeper, activating every corner of your subconscious, preparing it to absorb and integrate the affirmations of wealth, success, and prosperity that you will hear tonight. You are fully present, fully receptive, and completely aligned with the energy of abundance. Allow yourself to drift gently, like a leaf floating on calm water, knowing that with every second that passes, your mind is becoming more open, more powerful, and more capable of attracting the wealth that you deserve. Feel the relaxation deepen, flowing into every part of you, expanding your awareness and preparing your subconscious to accept and manifest the life of abundance that is already on its way to you. You are ready, you are capable, and in this state of deep relaxation, the universe begins to respond to your readiness. In this deep state of calm, imagine a golden door appearing in front of you, glowing softly, inviting you to step through into a realm where your subconscious mind is fully awake and ready to receive. The door represents the threshold between the conscious mind, which worries and plans, and the limitless potential of your inner self, where wealth, abundance, and opportunity exist without limits. With each breath, the door grows brighter, and as it swings open, a wave of golden light washes over you, filling your mind with clarity, focus, and openness. Step forward and feel yourself floating gently into this space, a dimension beyond time and limitation, where every desire, every aspiration, every goal is within reach. Here, in this boundless realm, scarcity, fear, and doubt have no power. They dissolve completely, leaving only the pure energy of possibility and growth. Notice how your thoughts now feel light, effortless, and fluid, like streams of golden water flowing freely through your mind. Your imagination becomes your superpower, able to create visions of wealth, abundance, and success that feel real, vibrant, and achievable. As you explore this inner space, you begin to sense the power of your subconscious mind awakening, ready to transform every idea into reality, every dream into tangible experience. Feel the golden light entering your brain, activating every neuron, every synapse, making your mind more receptive to prosperity, more capable of attracting opportunities, and more aligned with the flow of abundance. Your inner vision sharpens, and you can see yourself already living the life you desire, surrounded by comfort, freedom, and security. Every breath you take strengthens this connection between you and the universe, allowing you to receive guidance, inspiration, and support effortlessly. Any limiting thoughts that arise are noticed, acknowledged, and then released, like leaves drifting down a gentle river, leaving your mind free, open, and clear. You are now in a state of complete mental expansion, where ideas of wealth, success, and abundance are not just possible, they are inevitable. Feel the energy of your inner self radiating outward, attracting opportunities, prosperity, and fulfillment. Your subconscious mind is now your ally, fully activated, fully aligned, and fully capable of manifesting the reality you desire. Allow yourself to stay in this luminous space, breathing deeply, feeling empowered, and knowing that each moment you spend here strengthens your ability to receive, to grow, and to live the life of your dreams. Step fully into this awareness, trusting that the golden doorway you entered is always open, always welcoming, and always guiding you toward the abundance that is your natural state. You are open, you are ready, and you are already beginning to attract the wealth, opportunities, and success that await you effortlessly. Now and in every moment to come, now that your mind is open and free, allow vivid images of abundance to rise naturally within you, not as distant wishes, but as experiences unfolding in the present moment. See yourself living a life where money flows with ease, where financial pressure no longer occupies your thoughts, and where choices are made from freedom rather than limitation. Picture the details clearly. The environment around you, the calm confidence in your posture, the relaxed rhythm of your breath as you move through your day, knowing you are supported. Imagine opening your bank account and feeling a quiet sense of security and satisfaction as the numbers reflect stability, growth, and surplus. There is no shock, no disbelief, only a deep recognition that this is normal for you now. Visualize opportunities appearing naturally, conversations that lead to income, ideas that translate into value, and circumstances aligning without struggle. Notice how wealth shows up not just as money, but as time, comfort, access, and peace of mind. Feel the texture of your surroundings, the quality of your living space, the ease with which you handle expenses and make generous choices. Let yourself experience the emotions connected to this reality, the calm confidence, the grounded joy, the steady inner assurance that you are capable and secure. Your subconscious responds to these emotions as signals, interpreting them as proof that this life already exists. With each breath, the imagery becomes more vivid, more tangible, more believable, embedding itself deeply into the neural pathways of your mind. You are not forcing these images. They arise effortlessly, like memories rather than fantasies. Notice how your body responds, shoulders relaxing, jaw softening, heart steady, as if it recognizes this state of abundance as familiar and safe. In this space, wealth is no longer something you chase or wait for. It's a condition you inhabit. The more you remain present with this vision, the more your subconscious accepts it as truth, shaping your decisions, reactions, and expectations accordingly. Rest in this visualization now, allowing it to stabilize, to root itself deeply within you, knowing that what feels real in the subconscious becomes reflected in the outer world. There is nothing more you need to do in this moment but observe, feel, and allow this abundant reality to become your new internal baseline, quietly and effortlessly aligning your life with the wealth you are ready to receive. As the vision of abundance settles within you, allow a gentle wave of gratitude to rise naturally, not forced or exaggerated, but quiet, steady, and sincere. Gratitude begins as a soft awareness, a recognition that something supportive has always been present beneath the surface of your life, guiding you even during moments of uncertainty. Feel appreciation for the air you breathe, the place where you rest, and the fact that you have reached this moment of stillness and clarity. This feeling deepens as you become aware of the abundance already woven into your existence, the skills you possess, the resilience you've developed, the opportunities that have quietly shaped you. Let gratitude expand beyond what you can see, extending toward the wealth that is forming, the resources aligning, and the future experiences already moving in your direction. Your subconscious interprets gratitude as confirmation, a signal that what you desire is already real and safe to receive. Notice how your body responds as this feeling grows, your chest softening, your breath becoming smoother, your nervous system settling into trust. Gratitude dissolves urgency and resistance, allowing abundance to approach without friction. You no longer ask from a place of lack. You acknowledge from a place of connection. In this state, wealth feels less like something external and more like a natural extension of who you are becoming. Appreciate the journey itself, every step that led you here, including challenges that strengthened your awareness and refined your direction. Even past delays now feel purposeful, as if they were preparing you to receive more fully, more responsibly, more peacefully. As gratitude continues to flow, it creates coherence between your thoughts, emotions, and expectations, aligning your inner state with the frequency of abundance. Rest in this feeling for a moment, allowing it to anchor deeply into your subconscious, where it reshapes your perception of value, worth, and possibility. From this place, receiving no longer feels like taking. It feels like responding to a natural exchange. The more gratitude you allow, the more effortlessly wealth recognizes you, moves toward you, and integrates into your life. Remain here, breathing slowly, grounded in appreciation, knowing that this state is not temporary, but accessible to you at any time, and that through gratitude, you have activated one of the most powerful forces for sustained abundance and ease. As gratitude stabilizes within you, a subtle shift begins to occur, one that does not feel dramatic or forceful, but calm and certain. Like alignment quietly locking into place, you begin to sense that wealth is no longer something you seek, but something that responds to you. Imagine your inner state now emitting a steady, balanced signal, a frequency that money, opportunity, and value naturally recognize and move toward. This magnetism does not come from effort or desire, but from coherence, the alignment between your thoughts, emotions, and expectations. Feel this coherence spreading through your body, settling into your posture, your breathing, the way your mind rests without strain. In this state, money feels safe, familiar, and welcome, and you feel equally comfortable holding it, managing it, and allowing it to circulate through your life. Notice how old tensions around earning, saving, or spending begin to soften, replaced by a grounded confidence that you can handle abundance with clarity and responsibility. Your subconscious mind is learning a new pattern, one where wealth is associated with ease, stability, and trust rather than pressure or fear. Visualize opportunities approaching you naturally, conversations opening pathways, ideas surfacing at the right time, and decisions aligning without hesitation. You do not chase these moments. You recognize them. They arrive because your internal state is prepared to receive them. Feel how your sense of self subtly adjusts, not inflated or restless, but steady and assured, as if abundance has always been part of your identity. This internal shift changes how you move through the world, how you speak, how you listen, and how you choose. Others sense this clarity and respond accordingly, creating a ripple effect that reinforces your financial flow. Rest in this feeling of quiet attraction, knowing that magnetism works best when it is effortless and unforced. The more relaxed you become, the more smoothly resources align around you. Allow this new pattern to embed itself deeply, shaping your habits, your confidence, and your expectations. You are not waiting for wealth to arrive. You are becoming someone wealth naturally stays with. Remain here, breathing slowly, letting this identity settle into your subconscious, where it will continue to operate silently, consistently, and powerfully, long after conscious thought fades into sleep. As this sense of natural magnetism settles within you, your awareness begins to expand outward, allowing you to notice abundance not as a distant goal, but as something already present in countless forms throughout your life. Abundance reveals itself quietly, in the consistency of your breath, in the support of the ground beneath you, in the intelligence of your body that knows how to rest, heal, and recalibrate. This awareness gently reshapes your perception, helping you see opportunities where there were once only routines, and resources where there once seemed to be limits. You begin to recognize that wealth is not confined to numbers or possessions, but expressed through access, timing, knowledge, relationships, and inner stability. Notice how ideas come to you more easily when your mind is calm, how solutions appear when you stop forcing answers, how moments of clarity arise naturally when you allow space. These are all forms of abundance responding to your openness. Feel how your nervous system responds to this recognition, settling deeper into trust, no longer scanning for lack or threat. In this state, you move through life with a quieter confidence, knowing that support exists beyond what you can immediately see. Abundance begins to feel like a backdrop to your experience rather than a prize you must earn. Even small moments carry value now. A conversation that sparks inspiration, a pause that restores energy, a realization that saves time or effort. Your subconscious absorbs this expanded definition of wealth, teaching you that prosperity is multidimensional and always accessible. As this understanding deepens, resistance softens further, and the flow of resources becomes smoother, more responsive, and more consistent. You no longer overlook what is working. You notice it, acknowledge it, and allow it to grow. This awareness naturally attracts more because attention acts as nourishment. The more you recognize abundance, the more it reveals itself, quietly multiplying through alignment rather than effort. Rest in this widened perception now, allowing it to integrate deeply, knowing that from this point forward, your mind will instinctively seek patterns of support rather than scarcity. This shift changes how you interpret experiences, how you respond to challenges, and how you position yourself within opportunities. Abundance is no longer something you hope for. It is something you recognize, something you expect, and something that continues to meet you in both visible and subtle ways as you move forward. As your awareness of abundance stabilizes, a deeper layer of relaxation begins to unfold, one where the need to control, push, or struggle gently fades away. You may notice how much energy was once spent trying to make things happen, holding tension in your thoughts, your body, and your expectations. Now, without effort, that tension loosens. Imagine resistance as a tight knot slowly unraveling, thread by thread, until nothing remains but ease and openness. Your breathing becomes smoother, more natural, and with each exhale, the subtle urge to force outcomes dissolves. You begin to sense that alignment does not require effort, only allowance. Wealth, like all natural flows, responds best when there is space to move. Feel this space opening within you now, a quiet internal permission that says it is safe to relax and still receive. Your subconscious absorbs this message deeply, learning that abundance does not arrive through tension, but through clarity and trust. Notice how your body responds to this understanding. Shoulders dropping, jaw softening, heart settling into a steady rhythm. In this state, there is no rush and no urgency. Timing becomes cooperative rather than stressful. Opportunities align when they are meant to, and you recognize them without anxiety or doubt. You are no longer pushing against life, you are moving with it. This release of effort recalibrates your nervous system, shifting it from vigilance to receptivity, from survival to expansion. As this shift deepens, wealth feels lighter, more fluid, less charged with expectation. Money becomes a neutral, supportive tool rather than a source of pressure. You trust yourself to respond wisely when it arrives, and that trust allows it to come more freely. Rest here in this effortless state, allowing the last traces of resistance to melt away, replaced by a calm certainty that what is aligned will reach you naturally. There is nothing you need to fix or chase in this moment. Simply by being present, open, and relaxed, you are already participating in the flow. Let this understanding settle deeply, shaping how your subconscious responds to future opportunities, teaching it that ease is not a risk, but a signal of alignment. In this space of quiet allowance, abundance moves toward you smoothly, consistently, and without strain, finding you receptive, grounded, and ready. In this state of ease and openness, your subconscious mind becomes especially receptive, quietly listening and gently reshaping itself without effort or resistance. You may not feel anything dramatic, yet deep beneath awareness, powerful adjustments are taking place. Old mental patterns that once operated automatically are now being rewritten, not through force, but through calm repetition and acceptance. Your subconscious learns by exposure, and in this moment, it is being exposed to a new normal, one where stability, confidence, and abundance coexist naturally. Feel this reprogramming happening like a soft rhythm, steady and consistent, aligning your inner expectations with a life that supports you. The mind no longer defaults to scarcity or anticipation of loss. Instead, it begins to expect continuity, growth, and support. Each breath reinforces this shift, anchoring new assumptions about what is possible and what is safe to receive. Notice how your thoughts slow even further, creating space for deeper integration, as if your mind is settling into a new resting place. In this quiet state, affirmations no longer feel like statements you repeat, but truths your system recognizes. Your subconscious starts to associate money with neutrality and calm, rather than urgency or tension. This association changes behavior subtly, influencing choices, timing, and reactions without conscious effort. You begin to act from clarity rather than habit, from confidence rather than fear. These changes do not demand attention. They unfold naturally, shaping your responses in everyday moments. Feel how this reprogramming extends beyond money, influencing how you trust yourself, how you interpret opportunities, and how you remain grounded during uncertainty. The deeper layers of your mind are now aligning with consistency rather than fluctuation, stability rather than struggle. Rest in this awareness, allowing the process to continue quietly, efficiently, and effortlessly. There is nothing you need to monitor or control. Your subconscious knows how to integrate what supports you and release what no longer serves. With each passing moment, these new patterns strengthen, becoming the default way your mind operates. Remain relaxed, knowing that this internal shift will express itself outwardly through clearer decisions, improved timing, and a calmer relationship with wealth. This reprogramming continues even as conscious awareness fades, working silently in the background, shaping a reality that feels increasingly aligned, supportive, and abundant. As these new patterns settle into place, your mind begins to gently orient itself toward a future that no longer feels distant or uncertain, but present, accessible, and real. Without effort, you find yourself experiencing moments as if they have already happened, not in imagination, but in recognition. Visualize yourself waking up into a day shaped by ease and stability, where decisions feel clear and money-related thoughts carry no weight or urgency. Notice how naturally you move through your routine, grounded, confident, and supported, as if this level of security has always been familiar to you. There is no surprise in this future. It feels earned, integrated, and calm. Your subconscious responds strongly to this familiarity, interpreting it as evidence that this reality is already in motion. Feel the emotional tone of this life, steady, relaxed, and quietly satisfying, rather than intense or overwhelming. The sense of freedom you experience is subtle but profound. The freedom to choose without hesitation, to plan without anxiety, and to enjoy without guilt. Your body reflects this internal state, movement smoother, posture open, breath even. In this future-present awareness, wealth is not something you think about often because it functions reliably in the background of your life. You trust systems, timing, and yourself. This trust reinforces stability, creating a feedback loop that strengthens abundance further. Notice how interactions feel different now. Conversations more balanced, opportunities more aligned, boundaries clearer. You respond rather than react, and this composure attracts respect, cooperation, and value. Allow yourself to remain in this experience, feeling it as your present reality rather than a distant outcome. Your subconscious does not distinguish between time. It only responds to emotional and sensory signals. By inhabiting this state now, you instruct it to organize your life accordingly. Rest in this awareness, letting it integrate fully, knowing that each moment you spend here reinforces the pathway between intention and experience. This is not wishful thinking. It is alignment through familiarity. The more natural this future feels, the more seamlessly it unfolds, quietly shaping your actions, your expectations, and the direction of your life in ways that feel effortless and precise. As this future-present awareness settles more deeply within you, your emotional state begins to synchronize naturally with it, creating a steady internal harmony that feels calm, grounded, and secure. There is no excitement that needs to be sustained, no intensity to maintain. Only a quiet, emotional balance that supports clarity and consistency. Feel how your emotions soften and stabilize, no longer fluctuating in response to external conditions, but anchored in an inner sense of trust. This alignment is subtle yet powerful, as your subconscious interprets emotional stability as safety, allowing abundance to remain rather than pass through. Notice how feelings of calm confidence replace uncertainty, and how contentment gently overrides the need to prove or rush. Your emotional system learns that wealth does not require tension to exist, that success can feel peaceful rather than demanding. As this understanding deepens, your reactions slow, your patience increases, and your ability to respond thoughtfully expands. Emotions become signals rather than obstacles, guiding you without overwhelming you. This emotional coherence influences how you perceive opportunities, allowing you to recognize what aligns and release what does not without regret. Feel how this steadiness creates space within you, a spaciousness where clarity thrives and impulsive decisions dissolve. In this space, gratitude flows naturally, not as effort but as as recognition. Joy appears quietly, not tied to outcomes, but rooted in presence. Your nervous system rests in this alignment, shifting fully from vigilance into receptivity. This shift allows wealth and opportunity to integrate smoothly, without triggering fear of loss or pressure to maintain. You trust yourself to navigate growth with balance, and that trust stabilizes expansion. Remain in this emotional alignment now, breathing slowly, allowing it to imprint deeply into your subconscious, where emotional patterns shape long-term behavior. This alignment becomes your baseline, influencing how you experience progress, how you handle challenges, and how you sustain abundance over time. Rest here, knowing that emotional stability is not the absence of feeling, but the presence of inner coherence, and from this coherence, wealth flows steadily, reliably, and in harmony with your life. With emotional alignment now steady within you, a natural openness begins to form, like a channel gently clearing itself, allowing abundance to move toward you without obstruction. This openness does not feel dramatic. It feels permissive, relaxed, and safe. You are no longer bracing or preparing, only allowing. Feel this sense of permission settle into your body, especially in the areas that once held tension, the chest, the stomach, the shoulders. As these areas soften, your subconscious receives a clear signal that it is safe to accept support, value, and prosperity. Receiving no longer feels like exposure or risk. It feels appropriate and balanced. Notice how your mind stops questioning timing and method, trusting instead that alignment will determine the path. This trust removes subtle barriers that once delayed flow. You are no longer monitoring for proof. You are available for connection. In this receptive state, resources recognize you as accessible, and opportunities organize themselves naturally. Feel how ideas arrive gently, without urgency, and how solutions present themselves without force. Your role is not to chase or anticipate, but to remain open and responsive. This openness recalibrates how wealth interacts with you, shifting it from something external you pursue into something relational that responds to your state. Your subconscious integrates this pattern deeply, learning that receiving is an active, stable process rather than a passive or uncertain one. This integration influences how long abundance stays, how smoothly it circulates, and how confidently you manage it. Rest in this receptive awareness now, allowing it to settle without expectation. You do not need to visualize or affirm. Your openness is already communicating clearly. The channel remains open as long as there is trust, and trust strengthens naturally the longer you remain relaxed. Allow this openness to become familiar, to feel normal and sustainable. From this place, abundance does not arrive in bursts or extremes. It flows steadily, predictably, and in proportion to your clarity. Remain here, breathing slowly, grounded in this state of receptive balance, knowing that what is aligned moves toward you effortlessly when the path is clear, and that path now exists within you, open and ready. In this open and receptive state, your awareness naturally begins to extend beyond the present moment, forming a quiet connection with the version of you who has already integrated abundance fully into their life. This future self does not feel distant or unfamiliar. It feels calm, grounded, and deeply recognizable, as if you are remembering rather than imagining. Sense this future presence gently aligning with you now, sharing its steadiness, its clarity, and its confidence without words. There is no urgency in this connection, only reassurance. Your future self understands the rhythm of growth, the importance of balance, and the value of patience, and this understanding flows back to you effortlessly. Feel how this connection stabilizes your expectations, reducing the need to rush or compare, and reinforcing trust in your own timing. Your subconscious responds to this continuity, recognizing that the path you are on leads somewhere stable and sustainable. Notice how this future version of you relates to money with neutrality and respect, using it as a supportive tool rather than a source of identity or stress. This perspective begins to integrate into your present awareness, subtly influencing how you think, choose, and respond. The future self does not push you. It supports you by presence alone. This support strengthens your internal compass, helping you sense alignment without overthinking. Feel how this connection reduces doubt, replacing it with quiet certainty. You are not waiting to become someone else. You are allowing a more integrated version of yourself to express itself now. This realization relaxes effort even further, allowing progress to unfold naturally. Rest in this connection for a moment, letting its stability imprint into your subconscious. The more familiar this future self feels, the more seamlessly your actions align with it. This alignment does not require visualization or repetition. It is absorbed through resonance. As you remain here, feel how the gap between present and future softens, not through striving, but through recognition. You are already moving in the direction of abundance, supported by a version of yourself that knows how to sustain it calmly, wisely, and with ease. Allow this connection to remain gently active, guiding you subtly as you continue to rest, integrate, and drift deeper into stillness. As this connection settles fully within you, everything begins to slow and soften, as if your entire system understands that the work is complete. There is nothing more to process, nothing more to visualize, nothing more to intend. The subconscious has received the message clearly and is now integrating it in its own perfect rhythm. Feel a gentle sense of completion move through you, not as an ending, but as a quiet stabilization. Your breath becomes slower, deeper, effortless. Thoughts fade into the background, no longer needing attention or meaning. The mind rests in stillness, and the body follows, sinking comfortably into the surface beneath you. This is the state where integration happens most naturally, where new patterns settle without resistance. Everything you have absorbed tonight continues to organize itself beneath awareness, influencing perception, emotion, and behavior in subtle, supportive ways. There is no urgency for results and no need to check for signs. The process unfolds automatically, guided by balance rather than pressure. Wealth and abundance no longer feel like objectives. They feel like conditions that are forming quietly, steadily, and sustainably. Feel the calm certainty that comes from knowing you are aligned, supported, and moving forward even in rest. Your nervous system remains relaxed, allowing clarity and opportunity to integrate smoothly when you are awake. For now, there is only rest. Allow yourself to drift deeper into sleep or stillness, trusting that your subconscious continues to work gently on your behalf. You do not need to remember these words for them to be effective. Their meaning has already been absorbed. As you rest, your mind remains open, receptive, and balanced, carrying this alignment forward into waking life with ease. Every breath reinforces calm. Every moment deepens trust. Sleep now, knowing that what you have allowed tonight continues to unfold naturally, quietly, and precisely, shaping a life of stability, abundance, and inner peace in ways that feel effortless and true to